Hey honey, it's your girl Brianna Ray, and this is Break Free From Yourself podcast. This podcast is my new baby that is centered around self-reflection and self-love. It's about a young woman's journey, me of course, to finding inner peace, but realizing that sometimes she can play a role in holding herself back from that peace. So this is going to be a safe space where I'll be real with you all and myself. So listen, I know I'm not the only one that can hold myself back from the greatness that I can be. Maybe y'all will be able to relate and we can get through this journey together. So let's take a walk together, hon. I want to first apologize to my listeners for not dropping last Wednesday like I planned to. Your girl thought that this was going to be a breeze, but I was quickly informed that I played myself. I did record an episode last week for y'all, but after listening back to it, I realized that there was a lot unsaid and some holes that needed to be filled. I planned on re-recording it the next day, but honestly, I needed a break to wind down. The Sunday morning that I planned on recording it, I spent some time working on things for my business, Rebel Vision. That was up until it was time for me to have Sunday dinner. After Sunday dinner, I just wanted to wind down and relax and enjoy my aunt and cousin for a bit because I like to be alone and I tend to be a loner, so sometimes I just need to be around folks. Anywho, I also wanted to apologize to the YouTubers and podcasters that I listen to on a regular basis because I had no idea about the struggle. Lately, my top 3 YouTubers that I watch are Raven Elise, Ashley Devana, and Leah Lee. And y'all, I be so mad at them when they don't post on their set days that I think that they're supposed to drop on. Like, girl, I'm ready for my regularly scheduled program and you slacking this week. Now, because y'all is slipping, I gotta talk to my friends and family now. But no, really, I'm not necessarily invested, but it brings my day up when I get to watch a vlog or listen to somebody do something on YouTube. So I really like watching the YouTube vlogs and videos and stuff. Of course, they don't know I'm upset with them, but your girl be tuned in and they be tuned out. I remember a year or two ago, Raven Elise said that it took her either hours or days to edit a vlog. And I was thinking to myself, girl, it don't take that long. Go ahead and post so I can be entertained. Now I know the struggle. It takes some time to record and it takes hours to even think about editing. And don't let me fumble on a word and have to re-record. Girl, it's stressful. Missy was not lying when she said she put that thing down, flip it and reverse it. Cause honey, that's how I feel when I'm doing this. No one wants to just put out piss poor quality work, so they're going to take the time to make sure everything is on point. And that's the reason why you didn't get the episode that I posted last week. I mean, I could have just posted it, but it needed some work. With me working a full-time job, finishing my degree, owning a business, and also having a podcast, it's a lot of work and it's hard to squeeze it all into 24 hours. Honestly, I can't wait to finish my degree so I can drop that weight off of me and move on to bigger and better things. So, typically my schedule throughout the week is during the day, obviously I'm at my full-time job, but once I get off, I'm working on my business and also working on things for my class. And let me just be honest. Working for my business does not just happen while I'm at home. On my breaks, I'm doing stuff for my business. When I'm in between studying and eating, I'm doing stuff for my business. As soon as I finish studying, I'm doing stuff for my business. While I'm laying down to go to sleep, I'm thinking about things for my business. I hate to say it, but when I'm driving home from work, I'm doing stuff for my business. Should not text and drive. Do not do that, kids. I would not recommend that. I'm actually grateful that nothing has happened thus far. I need to stop doing that. But honestly, I'm just trying to put out the point that I'm always doing stuff for my business. Lately, I've seen and heard topics about working a 9-to-5 versus having a full-time business as well. And people always talk about, well, I left my 9-to-5 job to work 24/7. And it's true, but it's also not true. Because I've seen where people can only work 3 days out of the week once they've put their focus on working on nothing but that business. But as a person who is doing both, I don't have the luxury of just spending a dedicated 8 hours during my weekday to just the business right now. So I do feel like I'm also working 24 hours, 7 days a week, and also working a 9 to 5. And that's a little difficult. I never thought that this would be my journey. I'm not mad about it. I'm not ashamed about it. I actually enjoy doing it because I've always had the personality that I wanted to keep myself busy. So I'm glad that I have something else that I'm doing that is beneficial to not only myself and others, to keep myself busy and also to put smiles on my customers' faces. So that's not the issue. The issue is not realizing that I can't do everything all in one day. I thought that time management was going to be easy because I've never had an issue with time management before. But now with me being the head kahuna, the big kahuna, the only person on my business, on my podcast, and on my new ventures that I'm going to start, honey, it's hard. It's hard because I'm the only one that's making those decisions, and I'm the only one that's actually putting forth the effort because I want it to be a certain way. Eventually, I'll be able to actually delegate, and that might take a little bit of the load off of me because everything won't be on me. But as of right now, it's crunch time, and I'm doing it. And I'd like to just point out the fact that I feel like I'm doing it very well. I've only had one meltdown. And that was just because I kind of was second guessing myself, and I had this fear of failure come up, and I was just like, I can't do everything at once. But I'm that girl. I can do it. At least I know I will be able to do it by myself until I move to that next stage where I have a team and I don't have to anymore. What I will say is, by being the sole employee to my business is a little bit different from being the sole employee to my podcast, because there were some things that I actually reached out to other people to get assistance on. With my business, I am the boss. I do manufacturing, production, I do sales, I do marketing, I do pretty much everything for my business. The website, all of that is for me. Now with the podcast, I kind of reached out to other people to help me with a few things. I got a producer to help me with my background music / intro music. I also got a couple designers to help me out with my logo. And we're going to talk about this logo thing later on because it was a hassle to get where we are today. I came up with the main idea and vision for the logo, but because your girl can't draw, I had to find somebody else to make the vision come to life. So yeah, there are some things with this podcast that I've had to step outside and ask for assistance with and pay for it, obviously. But with my business, everything was solely done by me. So there are differences with me being a sole business owner and a sole podcaster because I've done just a little bit different with everything. For my logo, for my business, that was done by me. Name by me, your girl. I have visions, but sometimes I can't do things. I have to step out and get somebody else to help. The things that I do for my podcast are the recordings that could take maybe an hour or so, depending on whatever I'm talking about. Editing could take 4 hours at the least. And promotions, actually putting it on the platforms for it to actually be heard. I'm doing everything else by myself. Yeah, I got a logo. Yeah, I got background music. But there's work that has to be done on this side that I'm putting forth the effort to give y'all, honey. With that all being said, this means that I have to do a little bit extra to give y'all the product and quality that I'm going to give y'all, because I've never done this before. So I'm gonna have to take extra time to make sure it's up to par. So that's why it might take a little bit longer. I will always post on Wednesdays. I actually had this conversation with a friend. She said that she felt like I should probably post weekly. Don't know if it's gonna be weekly. At least not until I finish this class and finish my degree. It's not going to be weekly. I'm hoping to do it every other week. But we're going to kind of just play that. We're going to just kind of play that by ear, just because, like I said, we got a lot going on over here. And I did not realize that from other people. So I do want to, again, apologize to the YouTubers, the podcasters, and any other creative that I've kind of been like upset with, that, hey, I'm waiting for your product and you're not giving what you said you were going to give. I apologize for that, because I did not realize that y'all have lives too. I know that sounds crazy, but I didn't realize it. So I'm glad I was able to, and actually, let me not even hold you. My week this week has been, did I even go through the schedule now that I'm thinking about it? Anyways, after, I don't actually work on the podcast until Saturdays and Sundays, because typically my whole week is dedicated to business and school and work. So Saturdays and Sundays, I'm recording and editing, plus any last minute business things that I have to do. For right now, I feel like this schedule is not too bad. It is sometimes overwhelming, but I feel like I manage it pretty well. But this 24-hour thing, I thought that 24 hours was a long time, but it's not. The weeks go by fast, the days go by fast, and I feel like I have nothing accomplished, especially at my job. Even though I know I'm doing a lot of work, it don't feel like it. So right now it's an all work, no play type of thing. Literally, I don't really talk to friends for real like that, because it's like, I ain't got time to talk to you. My man and I have had conversations about how we're not able to see each other as much because we're both kind of busy, and we're both kind of understanding of that, so that's okay. But I ain't got time to see him. So this is for the birds. And I get it now. I did not get it before, but I definitely get it. Trying to compartmentalize things is a little more difficult than I thought it was going to be. It's not impossible, but it's just a little more difficult than I thought it was going to be. I actually did anticipate me not being able to talk to people as much with me starting school again, but I just didn't realize how much it was going to be. I used to be able to, well, not used to. I just recently started doing brunches, probably a few months ago. I ain't talked about a brunch. I barely talk to the girls that I do brunch with. I have no personal life right now, but it's okay. I do plan on going to an event tomorrow, but it's not, and that's only, first of all, that's only if the weather permits. But it's not for personal, it's literally to network for Rebel Vision and possibly for Break Free From Yourself podcast. So we'll see how that goes. But it's not a playing personal event. It's I'm trying to network and get around people because I don't like being around people. And I've actually been kind of hesitant and going back and forth if I'm actually going to go, because I don't like people. That's probably the easiest way I could put it. I'm not a people person, which that's going to be a topic. How can you own a business without liking to be around people? What do y'all think? Let me know. I do realize that that's something that I'm going to have to work on with being a business owner, because you don't have to interact with your customers. You're going to have to interact with people outside of the business, outside of your family, outside of people that you know. So I understand that is something that I have to change. But I'm going to keep this short and sweet, because I didn't even realize that my neighbors were either cutting grass or working on his house, and you can hear that in the background. And that's not cute. It's not too bad, but I just know that's what it is because I can see him walking back and forth. So I'm going to keep this short and sweet. I just wanted to come and let y'all know that I have not forgotten about y'all. I have not put the podcast to the side. The last episode that I was going to put out, I didn't feel like it was ready to be put out yet. So I needed to put some more work into that. I just want to be able to put out quality work. I don't want to fail at this. I don't like not doing my best at something. So that's why y'all did not get the episode that you were supposed to get. I feel like it's a great topic to talk about. It's just I did not do the topic its justice. And I don't want to fail at this. I'm not going to fail at this. So I just need y'all to bear with me and stick around for the journey. We gonna ride together and we gonna fly together because ain't no dying. This podcast is here to stay, okay? I know you heard me talk about it, but we're finally here. The site for Rebel Vision launched on July 30th. Rebel Vision was created to encourage individuals to embrace self-love by encouraging them to show their body some real body love. Our 2 introductory products are the Body Butter, that's Body Baby, and the Rose Water. We also just launched our Net Exfoliator, our Black Soap, and our Foaming Liquid Black Soap. Be on the lookout for more products to be launched soon. Come and join the Rebel team by following us on Instagram at RBL_VZN and liking our Facebook page, Rebel Vision. To order products for your skincare needs, check out our site at www.therebelvision.com. That's www.theRBLVZN.com. If you didn't already follow my Instagram or Twitter, go ahead and do that. It's Brianna Ray. That is BriAUNARAYYEE. Definitely trying to be more active on both. Use Twitter to comment and let me know what you think or what you want to hear more about on the podcast. Bye, honeys. Thank you for listening to the Break Free From Yourself podcast. I hope you enjoyed yourself and come back for another episode.